gotta stay out of my head. Stuck between my rights and my wrongs. Second guessing what I'm doing. Like, am I really there for my boy? Not enough, but if I'm paying child support, do the making for time that I've lost. Whole time paying this court system. Can't even call my little man a game system, cause my checks be short. And if your bag too short, well, you had to miss a month. Slipping up, I gotta pick it up. Grind limitless, but it got your folks like, yeah, I hope you don't get caught. Like I missed them payments on purpose. Cause you see I fail and I'm hurting. Ain't had no job, so no working. Or the job I work is not working.
Shalom, this is your Ark. Yah is magnified. Coming back with another informative video. I titled this video, The Truth About Gary Lynn Scott Jr. Payment Received. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth. Nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, let's get to it. Okay, guys. As the old saying goes, we all know that every truth that you put out, Satan puts out 100 lies, okay? So, when I put out the evidence of my aunt who was working with the fraud of law, and he went to court and got embarrassed, and basically was told everything wrong, and then he found out that somebody gave him some plagiarized documents off of urlaw.com, and we made a video about that. Now that person trying to report my channel for the truth. Nah, man, the truth will reign supreme out here, man. I don't fear nothing, nobody, or no one. Why? Because I had the Most High Yah with me. If he's with me, who can be against me? Not none of you losers on YouTube, I tell you that much. But also, right, the new lie is that no virus is spreading like a cancer around here, is that I'm the reason why Enroll's channel got this deleted. I'm not the reason why Enroll's channel got deleted. What I heard and what was told to me was he deleted his own channel. And that was just that. Why? Because a lot of people was going into their private meetings and telling them that the things they were saying was wrong. That's what I got. That's the rumor that came to me. It might be facts, it may not, but I know I had nothing to do with that. So since Osiris is spreading that rumor, then ask him to show receipts that I, in fact and indeed, got Enroll's channel deleted. Show proof, brother. Show receipts like I show on you. I put up evidence that you actually reporting videos of mine. Why? Because I'm hurting your feelings. But you thought them videos hurt. Wait till I continue to expose you even more. Right? So now, let's expose that video he made about that check. Okay? Yes, Gary Lynn Scott Jr. had received the check. But that check is not for the reason why the father law is trying to make it seem as though. So, this what I'm here to expose. The real reason why Gary Lynn Scott Jr. got that payment check. Okay, let's find out. So if you all can see, this is the actual order, right? That's what he didn't put up. He only put up the check, not the order. I wonder why. Because the order tells you why he received the check. But let's continue. It states, in the circuit court for Hamilton County, Tennessee, Namika Gaines. Namika Gaines, her last name was once Scott when they was married, but she changed it back to her maiden name. As you all can see, Gary Lynn Scott, the same person I've been telling you all about, and we was going over this case in federal court. Gary Lynn Scott, he's also participating in the wickedness of Osiris. But what you put out, you get back. Okay? When you lay down with dogs, you catch fleas. So, like when I tell you guys, I don't wish that no one lose. But in this case right here, I still don't wish he lose because I know why he's going to lose. But, you know, when you lay down with dogs, you catch fleas. And the only person you can blame is yourself. And it's just that simple. Right? But again, as you all can see, this order was done January 6, 2020, right? Remember that date, January 6, 2020. So let's read the order. It states, order on motion for guardian ad litem fees. Okay, so what is a guardian ad litem, guys? For those who don't know, a guardian ad litem is a court-appointed attorney that helps with domestic relations lawsuits. Okay, so in this case, this guardian ad litem, I think, was used for a custody issue. And she was basically handling the joint custody situation and the parenting time and stuff like that. So this court-appointed attorney, this guardian ad litem, gets paid for her services. Okay? So the refund check came from the services paid for the guardian ad litem, not for child support or anything else. Okay? Let's read the order. Let's prove it. This cause came before the court on December 30th, 2019, on the motion for fees filed by the guardian ad litem. Upon the court's consideration on the motion and accompanying affidavits and the record as a whole, the court finds that the time spent is reasonable. The motion is well taken, and the motion is hereby granted. Let's continue reading. The court further orders that the guardian ad litem shall be compensated in the amount of $1,920, and that a judgment in the amount of $1,920 is entered for attorney Hannah Stokes. Okay, let's continue. Number 2. The court further orders that the total cost to be divided equally between the parties, such as Miss Gaines, who is Gary Lynn's wife, right? It says it is ordered to pay a total of $960 into the registry of the court, and Mr. Scott is ordered to pay $960 into the registry of the court, right? So they both had to pay $960 and $960, which equals this amount right here, $1,920. Okay, that was after they put everything else in. That was the order for them to pay to the attorney. Okay, which is the guardian ad litem. Let's continue. The court clerk is hereby ordered to remit all payments by the parties towards this total to Hannah Stokes. Okay, at Hannah Stokes' address, which is the guardian ad litem. Let's continue. The court further orders that Mrs. Gaines shall be given credit for the amount of what? $300. That she should prepay to the court. So $300 going to come off what total, guys? The total from $960. So you take $300 from $960, you get what total? $660. Let's continue. The balance owed by Miss Gaines is $660, and the judgment in this amount is entered against Miss Gaines, which is what? His child's mom. So a portion, she was granted $300 from her portion. So the remaining portion goes back into the pot, which was sent to Gary Lynn Scott Jr. Okay? But let's continue. Number 5. The court further orders Mr. Scott shall be given credit in the amount of $250. $250 in the amount of what? The same thing, $960. Remember, they both put $960 to the pot. Okay? So, if they both put $960 to the pot, let's read the remaining value. That leaves you with what? $710. Let's continue reading. The balance owed by Mr. Scott is what? $710. And a judgment in this amount is entered against Mr. Scott. So Mr. Scott had to pay his child's mom $710, and his child's mom had to pay him $660. It's just that simple. And that came out of the pot that was already placed into the court from the guardian ad litem. So he received a check for $660. That's it. That's all. And now she's going to receive a check for what? $710. Let's further prove that. And it states, this is the end, guys. So we're going to prove that as well. Enter this 6th day of January, 2020. But now, let's go. Oh, yeah, let me also prove before we go there that her name was indeed Scott at the end. But she's no longer married, so she changed it back to her maiden name. And she also received another check from $550 from Hannah Stokes. But let's read that. I hereby acknowledge receipt of check number with the check number in the amount of what? $550 this 6th day of January, 2020. Hannah Stokes signature. You see? Let's continue. Let's continue. This is the summary of everything that has taken place in the case. Okay? Let's scroll down to 610. Now, we just read, beginning 610, right? Check paid. Hannah Stokes check number, $550. Didn't we just read that? Yes, we did. Acknowledgement of funds received by Hannah Stokes. So Hannah Stokes acknowledged that they received the funds. Let's continue. Again, the next one is the order for guardian ad litem, what we just read. You see? The next one is record judgment pay P1 for $610. Judgment awarded. That went to who? Gary Lynn Scott Jr. Let's continue. Record judgment D1, which plaintiff means plaintiff 1, and the record judgment for D1 is defendant. Okay? $710, which he have to pay out. You see? So again, her judgment was for $660 she had to pay out. His judgment was for $710 that he have to pay out. Let's continue. Payment received from Scott Mika, and she did what? She paid the check to the court in the amount of $660 that Gary Lynn Scott Jr. received with the check number. So now if we go back to the fraud and law video, matter of fact, let's go back to the video and let's see the check number. Let's see if the check number is 108-310. Let's go there. Okay, so now as you all can see, this is the check that was cut by the court, right? This is what the child's mom paid into the pot, like she was ordered. The check number is what? 108-310, like it is where? On the docket. Let's go to the docket. Check by, last line, check by, say check paid, check Scott Gary Lynn Jr., check number, what? 108-310. This had nothing to do with the fraud of law services. So now what Gary have to do is, he have to now write a check payable to his child's mom, his ex-wife, for $710. So he's still going to be short and paying her an extra $50. And it's just that simple, man. So he had to pay, now he had to put into the pot $710 as it was written in the order. So again, guys, it's just that simple, man. Be vigilant. Be sober. Why? Because Satan is walking around like a crunching lion trying to see who he may devour. Like the scripture says. Osiris is Satan in the flesh, man. Preying on people. And it's just that simple, man. It's just that simple. He is of his father, Satan. And of the works of his father, he will do. Even if he have to lie, steal, and kill to deceive y'all, he's going to do it. Why? Because he's that type of loser. And that's just that, man. So again, more receipts, more proof. That's why they mad at me, because they can't do these type of things. You know? There's no exposing me. I cannot be exposed. Why? Because I'm telling the truth. I've been telling the truth from the beginning since I've been on YouTube, and that's why they mad. When I say I ain't on support, I can show. We have people trying to say they're not on support, and I know they are. And that video going to be coming up next. If I don't put up today, I'll put up tomorrow. Matter of fact, I can put up tomorrow. Showing more evidence of these other channels out here faking. Court documents now. Putting up proof. Letting y'all see it for your own eyes. We're going to see how much of risk these cats are in. And stuff like that. And why they ducking show cause rules. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Let's continue to just move forward, guys. We got to continue to apply this pressure, guys. So, that's all I'm going to do for today, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Get this truth out, man. People need to understand what's really going on. I'm fighting this fight for y'all, man. Like I said, I ain't on child support, so I'm fighting this fight for y'all, guys. For y'all can see the truth. You know, for y'all won't fall short. Like I said, y'all don't have to come to me for assistance. You don't. Only thing you have to do is what? Study to show that self-approved, like I said in all my videos. Okay? So all my brothers out there fighting, continue to fight. Don't quit. Don't give up. Study. Read to show that self-approved. You all will be okay, okay? Go back and watch my old videos, you know? Go back and watch it. You know, I give y'all remedy in all those videos, man. Just go back and watch it. Also, I have more testimonies and everything else coming, man. You know, it's slowing down because of the virus. So they haven't been having any like type of court hearings. And the brothers that do have court hearings, they always schedule. I mean, I always reschedule. Sometime later on in the year. But like I said, I still got more testimonies coming. Why? Because that's what we do over here. Alright? So again, guys, that's all I'm going to do for today. With that being said, you all be safe out there. I say shalom. Oh yeah, also hit that notification button for you guys to get notification when I post these videos up. Alright. Peace.